damn, what a season finale. It wasn't that great though, I'm gonna be honest. But let's jump right into it. We talking episode number 16, the last day on Earth. So Rick gets a bunch of people to jump in the RV. They're gonna take Maggie to see what the fuck's wrong with her. They're gonna take her to the hilltop to have the doctor look at her and fix her up. One thing wrong with this, Rick, are you fucking crazy? You're gonna let Gabriel in charge of the fucking defense of Alexandria? You said it yourself. You don't take any chances. So on the way to Hilltop, Rick's group in the RV, they run into a bunch of little roadblocks set up by the Saviors. They're fucking with him, they're toying with him. They try to offer a trade to Rick. It's not really a trade, it's more like a deal. They tell Rick, you give us half your shit, and we won't kill you. And Rick's like, no, I got a deal for you actually. How about you give us all your shit, and we won't kill you. Wait, Rick, are you really that bad in trades? You remind me of that dumbass fantasy football owner who thinks they're a badass, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna give you an Adrian Peterson out for the season for your Odell Beckham, Drew Brees, Cam Newton. These are all football players if you don't know. Basically, Rick is that dumbass who makes the bullshit trades, and he's like, hey, no, it's a good offer, you gotta take it. So obviously Rick's offer is not accepted, and they jump in the RV and take back off. And I like how while they're riding down the road, Abraham just randomly looks over at Sasha and says, hey bitch, you mind if I can knock you up? For a second she has that look on her face like, what the fuck you to say to me? Fucking love it. So Rick's group runs into another one of the little barricades, but this time, no saviors around. It's a bunch of zombies all chained up together in a line. One of them's wearing Daryl's outfit, the other one's got Michonne's shit on, she's got a little locket of her hair. But it was all set up, it's an ambush. The saviors come out, they start shooting at the ground, not trying to kill. They doing some head stuff. And Rick's gotta clear the way, so he takes out his hatchet and he chops the zombie wearing the Michonne shit. He chops her arm off, just as he did Jesse. Oh, I see what you did there, Walking Dead. You smart kid, you smart. So they come up with the plan where Eugene's gonna get an RV and be the distraction and just take off, while the rest of them are gonna take Maggie through the woods to the hilltop. Eugene gets in, gives a little hug to Abraham. Oh, right in the feels right there. It is right there inside that thing. Now before I get to the whole ending, I gotta talk about this for a minute. I gotta talk about my two favorite characters currently on the show, Carol and Morgan. Morgan ends up finding Carol and wants to bring her back, but he finds her, she's all cut open, and she's dying basically. Oh, I knew this fucking day would come. I knew it. He patches her up, but she don't want to come back with him. She like sneaks away from him basically. And wouldn't you know it, that one motherfucker that took off and we saw him walking through the woods 100 times that she shot, he catches back up to her and boom, knocks her ass down. He shoots her in the arm. She's dying. He shoots her in the leg. And there's Carol getting ready to die. The guy gets frustrated. She's laughing. She's still fucking crazy. He comes back. He's gonna execute her ass. And then Morgan shows up, points a gun at him. Now this is a big moment in the Walking Dead franchise. Just before that man goes to execute Carol, he has to do what he has to do. Morgan opens fire, shoots the guy like 5 times, killing his ass, even though all life is precious. And he gets down to trying to help her. And in comes these little fucking random guys that we seen a little bit earlier. Hey, they're a bunch of random characters, don't ask. Anyway, Morgan's like, I need you to help her. And they're like, hey, let's go. I'm wearing body armor. Let's help her out. And that's the end we see of Morgan and Carol in season 6. I honestly don't know what to think about that situation. I hope Carol doesn't get ruined and can actually fucking come back. So let's get to the good shit. Negan makes his grand entrance out of a little RV. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, he fucking looks good. So Negan gets everybody down on their knees and he pulls out Lucille, his baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. I don't know, maybe he's into hardcore professional wrestling. And he says, look, the deal's gonna be you give me half of your shit and you now work for me. He lays it all out on the line, but he tells them, one of you are gonna die. Now we're gonna get into spoiler territory yet again. Cut it off if you don't want to hear what happens in the comics, but if you don't, goddamn, you should already fucking know. In the comics, this is the scene, the epic scene, where Negan bashes in the skull of Glenn. He kills him right there in front of everyone. It spins off all kinds out of control. Maggie gets mad at Rick because he didn't do anything. Maggie leaves the group. It all goes everywhere because of this scene. This is a pivotal moment in the franchise. But the episode ends with him. It's like a first-person view. Negan takes Lucille and bashes somebody in the head. And they go down, but come back up. You see a little super fucking cheesy blood drip come down on your screen. That shit was dumb. Anyway, he does the whole 9-0, taking it like a man. Hey, is it a man? It doesn't have to be. That could be a little spoiler. Throwing your fucking knuckleball. Could be a woman. So he beats the person down and it goes to black and all you hear is the Lucille just beating the shit out of whoever that is head. And we don't know. We don't see who it is. We will find out the first episode of season 7, that's for sure. But here we go. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna throw my name into the hat and pick a deaf person. Pick who I think gets their head bashed in right here, right now. A lot of things have changed between the TV show and the comic. A whole lot throughout the series. But, oh man, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say they're gonna stick with the plan. Glenn is gonna get his head bashed in. Hell, I could be wrong. It could be Daryl. It could be Sasha. Hell, it could be Abraham. Because he did just swap out deaths with Denise. Who knows? But I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna say Glenn is gonna get his true death from the comic and the TV show. They're gonna come together as one. Overall, unfortunately, one of the weakest season finales I can remember. Maybe it's because I didn't watch it right away. I didn't watch it until, I'm not even gonna lie, as I'm recording this, season 7 starts tomorrow. I find out literally what happens immediately. That's how long a time frame it took me to watch this episode. I saw no spoilers. I didn't see shit. I watched this episode just a couple minutes ago. So maybe that took away from the impact, but I'm sorry. I'm giving this episode 7 out of 10. Lucille's. Any, many, mighty, mo. You are not it.